Getting your own draft beer at home is easier and cheaper than you might imagine. Today, I'm going to show you how to change a refrigerator into your very own Kegerator. Kegworks sells kits to convert almost any refrigerator into a Kegerator, from homebrews to Guinness, so it's easy for you to get your favorite beer on tap. The only things you'll need that Kegworks does not provide are the drill and the screwdriver. Oh yeah, and the refrigerator too. You can convert any type of refrigerator as long as it will fit a keg, while leaving 6 to 8 inches above the keg to fit the coupler, so the keg can be tapped and untapped. The best type of refrigerator to convert is a full-size, horizontally split kitchen fridge with a freezer on top. That's what we will be using today. With your fridge unplugged, start by drilling a 7/8 inch hole in the door of the refrigerator. This is where the faucet and shank will be attached. To do this, I am using an electric drill with a hole saw bit. First, insert the shank into the hole you just drilled and tighten the brass nut. Then attach the faucet to the shank. Now, insert a washer into the hex nuts on both ends of the beer line jumper and fasten hex nuts to the back of the shank and the top of the keg coupler. Different brands of beer will require different keg couplers. I'm using a US Sankey keg coupler which will fit 99% of all beers brewed in North America, like Miller and Budweiser. Grab your CO2 tank and screw on the CO2 regulator. Make sure this connection is very tight. To get your CO2 from the tank to the keg, you will need to connect using an air line. To do this, simply fasten one end of the line to the nipple on the side of the keg coupler and one end to the nipple on the regulator and fasten with screw clamps. Be sure the faucet handle is pushed back and the air shutoff valve on the regulator is in the off position. Open the cylinder valve completely. Fit the coupler onto the keg flange and turn clockwise until secure. Depress the coupler handle to tap the barrel. Next, adjust the screw on the regulator with a flathead screwdriver until the desired pressure is set to the top gauge of the regulator, which is 10 to 12 psi. Once you have adjusted the regulator, open the regulator shutoff valve to send CO2 to the keg. One thing you'll want to remember is, always handle your CO2 cylinder with great care, as it contains compressed gas. So be sure not to drop or shake it, and always store a CO2 cylinder upright when dispensing beer. And now for the hard part. We're ready to pour a nice pint. And that's how easy it is. An old refrigerator, a keg of beer, a drill, and a conversion kit from kegworks.com, and before you know it, you're sharing a beer with your buddies. Cheers.